In my chiropractic clinic, I was looking for a way to influence others because I was tired of people walking out and not coming back. And I thought to myself, if I can figure out a way to communicate with them, then my business will grow. And that's what made me sign up. I'm Christel P, and I am from Dallas, Texas, born and raised. In my professional life, I am a chiropractor. I have extended family, and I have four-legged family members. I do horse training as well, train dogs, and I have both of those at home that occupy a lot of my time outside of the clinic. I just enjoy life. I enjoy living and being. So I was contemplating signing up for the Top 50 Leadership Program, and we had an introductory call with Rod Hairston, and I really connected with who he was. I saw him on stage 2 years ago at a celebration and loved what he presented on. He stated something that hit me hard, and it was how to communicate with people. When Rod was talking about relationships and other people in our lives, it brought me back to my dad. I knew that I needed to take that relationship a step further if I was going to make a change in my business. And that step was to stand up for myself to my dad. We lost my mom about 16 years ago, and it's always been my mission in life to balance life and work, to work hard and play hard. And my dad never saw it that way in regards to when he would talk to me. Because I own my own clinic, I set my own hours. And working 40 hours, working 60 hours a week is not in my wheelhouse. And the reason being is because if I die tomorrow, did I work my life away? And I don't want that question to be yes. I want it to be, she had so much fun in life. I just remember this question was burning in me. And I went up to Rod and I said, how do I deal with my dad? How do I talk to him? And he said, you have to stand on his shoulders. And you have to lead him. I said, okay, I know how this is gonna happen, but okay. And a couple weeks later, I was on the phone with my dad, and I changed my hours because I was finally in my own office with no other dictators, or nobody was in charge of me. This was me on my own. I made that leap of faith. And I told my dad my new schedule. And he goes, why aren't you working on Wednesdays? And I said, Dad, because I don't want to work my life away. And he goes, you don't know what working your life away is. Do you remember when I would pull double shifts and get all the overtime in the world and I was never home? And I said, I do. And I don't want to live that way. The very next day, I got a text message from my dad. And it said, well, since you have Wednesdays off, when can we do lunch? So I keep thinking about Rod, talking about standing up for yourself. And it's very interesting how when it comes to family, we don't. And because I was able to have that conversation with my dad and go there, how much better does that make all my other conversations with my patients, with my friends, with people who come into my life? My biggest distinctions now are recognizing where people are in their journey and how to communicate to them. And it's not always how I would have communicated to them even 6 months ago before the Top 50. This is new. It's much more responsive. I can feel a change on the other side, and I can identify it very quickly. So now I notice with my patients that because I have more belief in myself, they have belief in their self, that they are going to get better, that they are going to get over this, and that they can do what they want to do regardless of the limitations that they're suffering from at this moment. The way that I view things, there is no end to the end. And as long as we're living, breathing human beings, there's always room for the next level, and that's where I'm headed. What the next level is, it'll show up. I know it will. In fact, I trust that it will, with the help of not only Rod Hairston and his programs, but other programs that he may create that he doesn't even know about. It's going to show up, and I'll know it when it does.